So tonight, Tuesday, June 26, 2018, I went to WWE Smackdown when it came to my hometown. Oh, okay, the city just south of my hometown. And I thought it was a pretty decent event. It had a few hiccups here and there, but they weren't too big of a gripe, in my opinion. I'll start off with what I thought about the show, and the biggest complaint I have about the show is that there was a Naomi and Lana segment that kind of dragged on a little, and I don't really know who approached them, but there was like this, I'll just say, band of like 6 to 8 girls who just started talking to them, and that was it. Like, I didn't even see Naomi or Lana for the rest of the night. They were just there to talk to the band backstage, and that was it. Although I will say this, I thought it was pretty funny how with every shot to the band, it seemed like more and more girls just kept coming into the picture. At least that's how I saw it. Maybe I'm mistaken, but uh, from what I saw, I just thought it was pretty funny. But overall, that was a bad segment. um, Other gripes is that I got the opportunity to see Asuka up close and like get a really clear picture of her, but unfortunately she was not there tonight. Uh, I don't know why exactly. It's sad because Asuka has become one of my favorite female superstars, but next time. Uh, James Ellsworth was there, and I like James Ellsworth. Ever since he debuted, I thought he was a fun character to watch. I was kind of sad when the universe kind of turned against him. But I was glad at Money in the Bank when he returned, but I was also sad because they used his return to mess up Asuka's chance at winning the title. And, I think after everything that's happened from WrestleMania to now, she needs a really big win under her belt. But other than that, I like seeing Ellsworth. Now, Paige, she was pretty involved in the show, which, it's a good thing to have to utilize all the characters you've got, but at the same time, don't use them too much. And I'm not saying they use Paige too much. I like seeing her. She is still up there in my favorite female superstars, but she actually was pretty prominent in the show. I think she came out like 2-3 times to influence how the show would go, which she's the manager, so of course that makes sense. But at the end of the Ellsworth segment, she comes out and she tells Ellsworth that he has a match, or quote unquote a date, next week, which will be one-on-one with Asuka of all people. And obviously Asuka's gonna win. I pray to God that she wins. But also, like, it's kind of strange because, at least from the WWE's perspective, you're not really supposed to have the women fighting the men unless it's like a special occasion, like Wanda and Angle versus Triple H and Stephanie at Mania. Sorry, my throat is all messed up from screaming for a couple hours straight. But yeah, then I got to thinking that, Ellsworth, he had the quote-unquote balls to climb the ladder at last year's Money in the Bank and retrieve the briefcase for Carmella. So if he's willing to involve himself into a women's match, then why not just put him in a women's match as well as a man's match? So, why not? Let's have Asuka versus Ellsworth. This should be pretty entertaining, and it's new, and it's not copy and paste from a different segment or storyline, so this should be pretty interesting to watch next week. Really good things about the show was Daniel Bryan. He pretty much carried it, and I'll get back to him in a little bit, or at least the important thing with him. But um, yeah, he came out and he talked. He defended himself against the harsh words of Miz and the intimidating presence of the Bludgeon Brothers, and that led to them having a match in the main event of SmackDown later on, and uh, they, once it came, I thought it was a pretty decent match. Like, Luke Harper, I mean, he's shown that he can hang with I guess, the small boys, if you will, with how agile he can be, and he proved it again tonight with how he was handling both Daniel Bryan and his own woke. And every time I see Harper, he surprises me and amazes me, and I hope WWE will eventually do something with him, like maybe give him another push with the Intercontinental U.S. Championship once the Bludgeon Brothers storyline comes to an end. But yeah, so Bryan, he got the yes lock in on Harper, and that's when Rowan interfered. And of course, this led to a DQ for Harper, and then Paige declared that. So I'm trying to remember everything. Before Paige, Kane made his return, and he saved Daniel Bryan. And then, everyone in the crowd, myself included, were chanting, yes, 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 and even hug it out. And eventually, Bryan and Kane hugged it out, and Team Hell No was reborn. So that was definitely the best part of the show for tonight. Now, outside the arena before the show, I got there about an hour and a half early, so I decided to walk around and see if I could end up running into some of the superstars. And I find this group of people who are just waiting outside near the loading dock of the arena, and we're watching for every car that passes. And eventually, like, I can tell none of us can really get a good look at the cars because, who's driving them, because we're too far away. So I get very close to them, like almost in the intersection where they pull in, and I take a good look at the guy, and I'm thinking, he looks familiar. And then, like, I really look harder, and I see his build. I'm like, that's Daniel. That's got to be Daniel Bryan. And so, like, I start pointing him out, and then this guy who had a long distance camera, he took a few pictures, and he's like, yeah, that's Bryan. He confirmed it was Bryan, and Bryan came and parked near us, and then he took pictures with all of us and met with us. And as you can see, the selfie I got with him is the thumbnail of this video, so that was definitely the highlight of the day. And that was just a really cool moment. 'Cause out of all the superstars that I met face to face first, it was him of all people. And of course, I started watching wrestling at WrestleMania 30, so how big a role he played in that night. So meeting him as the first one I actually met face to face, that was a special moment. After that, we kept watching for other people, and the only people we saw was Sheamus, and it was kind of funny. He had his hair down, but yeah, so we saw him. He was like getting something out of his car, maybe his hairspray or something, and I wanted to get close to him, but there was security all around us. I wasn't sure if we could get that far. And the next thing I know, I just see this dad with a bunch of his kids. They just walk past security and say hi to him. I didn't go up to him because I wasn't sure what security was going to do. But now that I know, for next time, I would definitely be on guard for it. Other than that, I actually met a couple of WWE vloggers on YouTube. Excuse me. One of them was Chris TV, and the other one was called Undertaker's Largest Fan. And, it was pretty nice to meet them. I'm not subscribed to them yet. I plan to subscribe to them once they upload the videos they took at the arena today. And I will keep updated with them because I like watching other people talk about wrestling, like, Grimm's Toy Show and JD from New York and all of those guys. And so it's nice to have a couple more, especially guys who apparently live close by, who vlog about wrestling. So, yeah, Chris TV and Undertaker's Largest Fan. I will be subscribing to you guys very shortly. Overall, I thought it was a decent show. Not the best one I've been to, but not the worst. And I am hoping that soon, very soon, WWE will be coming back. Like, hopefully we don't have to wait another year, or hopefully around Survivor Series when it returns to Southern California and LA this year, they will also have at least the last Smackdown before Survivor Series in the town, quote unquote, the town, just south of my hometown. One more thing, in case some of you have ever thought about going up to the concession stands when there was hardly anyone around and asking them how they got a job with the WWE. It turns out that those people don't work for WWE. They work for some kind of merchandise company, and you can't ask them for an application or anything. So, the more you know.